All right. This is our project for microbiology. This is for Rachel, Kylie, and Reese.
This is Jeopardy! And now, here is the host of Jeopardy!
All right. I will be your host. My name is Kylie. And we have two contestants. We have Rachel Hill and Reese Hurd. Reese won our last round, so he's going to go ahead and choose a category for us.
I'd like to start off with causative agent for 200, please.
All right, sounds good. This type of gram stain is often used to classify B. Bergdorferi. Rachel?
What is gram negative?
That is correct. All right, will you choose another category?
I would like to do causative agent for 400, please.
All right, sounds good. This is the name given to bacteria that require low levels of oxygen to survive. Reese?
What is microaerophilic?
That is correct. All right, will you choose our next category?
I'd like to do signs and symptoms for 400, please.
All right, sounds good. Signs and symptoms 400. Observed during the early localized stage. This is a common symptom. Rachel?
What is enlargement of lymph nodes?
That is correct. Go ahead and choose our next category.
All right, I would like to do signs and symptoms for 800, please.
All right. This is the estimated time in which the early disseminated stage will begin. Reese?
What is 2 to 8 weeks?
That is correct. All right, go ahead and choose our next category for us.
I'd like to do microbes pathogenesis for 200, please.
All right. This vector is associated with the spread of B. Bergdorferi. Rachel?
What is infected deer tick?
That is correct.
All right, can I do microbes pathogenesis for 600?
Yep, you sure can. This is the name of the defense mechanism that causes lymph nodes to enlarge. Reese?
What is the inflammatory response?
That is correct. All right, go ahead and choose a category.
I'd like to do epidemiology for 400, please.
All right, sounds good. This is the most common species of tick that spreads Lyme disease. Rachel?
What is Ixodes species?
That is correct.
All right, I would like to do epidemiology for 600.
All right. This term is associated with the mortality of Lyme disease. Reese?
What is fatal?
That is correct. All right, go ahead and choose our next category, please.
I'd like to do treatment for 200, please.
All right, treatment. This is the name of the antibiotic that stops the bacteria from multiplying. Rachel?
What is doxycycline?
That is correct. Go ahead and choose our next category, please.
All right, can I do treatment and prevention for 800, please?
Yep, that sounds good. All right. Amoxicillin, another antibiotic used for Lyme disease, inhibits this process. Reese?
What is replication and transcription?
That is correct. All right, and that brings us to Final Jeopardy. All right, so what do y'all want to bet? Rachel?
Can I bet 1400?
Yeah, of course. And you have a total of?
1400.
All right. And Reese, what would you like to bet?
I'd like to bet 3,200.
Out of?
3,200.
All right, sounds good. Treatment and prevention. This type of clothing must be worn to prevent exposure to Lyme disease. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all about 20 seconds. All right, Rachel, you hold up your thing for me. All right, we have protective. That is correct. So now you have a total of 2,800 points. And Reese? All right, looks good. Protective. Now we have a total of 6,400 points. And that leaves Rachel as our winner, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. you.
That leaves Reese Hurd as our winner. All right, now that we finished our Jeopardy game, we're going to go into a few more details about Lyme disease trends. So the CDC claims that about 10% of cases are actually reported, which translates into about 336,660 new cases in at least 2018. This is less than our most recent pandemic, COVID. COVID and Lyme disease are slightly comparable in their origin, as well as a few symptoms. And CDC also says that Lyme disease is very rarely a cause of death. If it is listed under a person's cause of death, it's usually due to pre-existing conditions. A few celebrities who have had Lyme disease. You have Amy Schumer. She actually mentioned that she took doxycycline to help hers. Justin Bieber, Shania Twain. Shania Twain even mentioned singing was affected. And lastly, rest in peace, Alex Trebek.